Ta-da! I am back. I am doing a video today which I know is going to get loads of thumbs down. It's going to be really controversial and people are going to hate me because they are cult followers of Slimming World. So my video today is on why I think Slimming World should come with a government health warning. It should be banned, it teaches you nothing, and I joined Slimming World needing to lose a stone or so, had quite a healthy relationship with food, always done quite a lot of cooking, but I just ate a little bit too much. I joined Slimming World and I went from being a not too bad eater to absolutely terrible, a real food obsession. And it just, before I went to Slimming World, I used to look at the calories and think that's a lot of calories. When I joined Slimming World, they teach you, don't look at the calories, just stick to the plan and you'll lose weight. So I would do stuff like, I'd have a sandwich, a pre-packed sandwich. It would be 450 calories and it would be like 20 sins, and I'd think, oh my God, I've gone over plan today. I feel really terrible, gone over my sins. The reality is I could have had 4 of those sandwiches. I would still be within my calories I'm eating at the moment and I would still be losing weight. It just puts a really ridiculous stuff into your head. You know, stuff like, it does encourage you to cook from scratch, which is obviously good. You know, if you're going to eat loads of processed foods, you'll lose weight on processed foods. It is all calories in, calories out, get moving. I'll go a little bit with what plan I've joined, but yeah, I'm in a size 12 now comfortably. This is a Topshop size 12 boiler suit. I have had, literally everyone I see says, oh my God, Sharon, you've lost so much weight. I haven't, I've lost about 9 or 10 pounds. But because I had such a high amount of carbs before, I think it gave me sort of like a bloated belly and a bloated face. Now I've balanced out my diet, which I'll go on to a bit later on. It's made me look thinner, although I don't weigh ridiculously less. So yeah, so I went from having a good relationship with food to a terrible relationship with food and really ridiculous stuff, you know. Say it's, oh, you can't have a 400 calorie ready meal because that is, you know, 20 sins or whatever. But you can cook yourself up a absolute pasta mountain. Pasta is my favourite food. And when I joined Team RH, I looked on the back of the pasta and it said what a portion size was. I think it's 50 grams. And there are loads of calories in pasta. Well, when I looked at the calories, I thought it wasn't too bad. Then I weighed up how much I actually eat, and it was like 3 portions. And I would have been having close on 1,000 calories from my lunch on Slimming World some days. And because I'd got it in a really bland tomato sauce, I thought I was doing, you know, I was on, you know, it was all free food and it was all fine. So how can a diet where it's only luck that you lose weight, how can they have clubs? How can they, you know, they'd have a Slimming World lasagna that's like 550 calories, or you can buy for like £4, or you can buy £1 lasagna with 350 calories that's like 10 sins. It's like total madness. Yeah, how can they legally promote a weight loss thing that is just a game of luck? Yes, if you join Slimming World and you are 20 stone, you have 7 takeaways a week and 5 chocolate bars. Of course, if you eat a mountain of pasta, you're still going to lose weight. In fact, if you went on the 3 takeaways and 3 chocolate bars a week diet, you're going to lose weight if that's what you're used to eating. So I joined Team RH. I followed Von Schock and she'd done well on it and she sort of said it didn't feel like it was a diet. They allocated me 1,800 calories, 10,000 steps and 3 full body workouts a week, which I didn't keep up. I know that I'd get a much better shape overall, but I'm not that interested in the beach body. I just want to look nice in clothes, and I really feel really confident now. So I may get the gym bug, but I doubt it. So that's how I'm doing. So I haven't lost a huge amount, but I've gained a lot of knowledge, and I just feel 100 times better. On Slimming World, I'm a vegetarian, sort of like 90% vegan. I don't know how good my Slimming World instructor was. They used to say, you know, a third of your plate speed food. So I'd literally have pasta plus vegetables, absolutely zero protein, and that's why I know now that is why I was never satisfied. I would literally, you know, I would, even though I was full up, my mouth would be hungry because I hadn't really enjoyed anything I'd eaten. And if you're cooking everything from scratch, it's a good thing to get into, but this is the real world, and you know, you're going to get home from work, you haven't got time to cook, and you off plan if you have something out the freezer, even if it's low calories. So it was just ridiculous. So I joined Team RH. It was 50 or 60 quid for the year. I got a 5% off discount code. Before I joined, I watched a lot of Rich's videos, which are on Team RH on Facebook. And then I joined up, and then they gave me my macros, which macros is posh word for protein, carbohydrates and fat, basically. And I never hit my protein amount. Oh, sorry. I never hit my protein amount, but I get pretty close onto it. I would feel uneasy saying to Team RH I haven't had quite the right results, because I'm not tracking everything 100% in MyFitnessPal, because I think I had 4 years of not sticking to the plan or Slimming World, because I was terrible on it. It really made me miserable, and it was terrible for me. But so I didn't stick to plan, but the guilt in my head was terrible. You know, I'd literally feel so bad about having a bit of cake or anything, because I knew that was like terrible, because they were sins. So I literally, when I eat something now, I check it out to make sure it's got some protein in it, and then I look at it, and if I like the Marks and Spencer's vegan Christmas dinner sandwich, and I think that's about 400 calories. It's got a lot of protein in it. When I have that, I feel really full up and satisfied, far more satisfied than I would feel having 800 calories of pasta. So that's what I do. I just look at that, and then self-consciously I know, I know if I've had a ridiculous amount of sandwiches of calories, and I just cut it back a bit. So if I was, if I had a target, if I was 20 stone, wanted to get down to 10, I'd obviously have to be more trackable. So a few people joined up. Hayley's Home Life, she is getting married, and she put on Instagram that she was starting her diet again. So I said, and I see that she'd done Slimming World, I was like, please don't join Slimming World. Calorie count, go on to Team RH on Facebook, just watch the videos. You don't have to join up, and see what you think. So she sort of said she's looking into it. She's like, do they support you? And I said yes and yes. No fluffy bunnies, say what they think. If you went to Richie and said, the plan's shit, I'm not losing weight, he'd go, give me your MyFitnessPal. And if you hadn't tracked everything on there, he would tell you to stop wasting his effing time and to get tracking, because how can he teach you anything if he doesn't know what you're shoveling in, basically, how many steps you're doing. And then I spoke to her, and she just said she hasn't got any weights. I said, no, it's not really that much of a problem. And she just put, how much have you lost? And she said 12 pounds since the 10th of September. Yeah, and she just put, that's fab. Honestly, can't believe the calories in pasta. You wonder, you see people saying they've stuck to it but gained that week. All that money I've wasted on diet clubs. And she put anyway that she's loving it. She doesn't feel like she's on a diet. And where is it? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, so she's loving it. She's lost 12 pounds in a couple of weeks. I don't know what calories she's on. And then Lulu1272, she has said, I can't work out which bits I've written. I've put, well, I've lost 7 pounds since the start, but stayed the same this week. Oh no, this is her. Some weeks I only lose less than £0.5 pound, and other weeks 1 to 2 pounds. I feel different too. And she said to me, I definitely look leaner. And then she's put, my jeans were so tight and they get comfy. My friend is on it too, and she's only lost 1 pound over the last couple of weeks, but she's lost loads of inches. Just in from work, dying for a shower and food. Oh, okay, yeah. So Jane Gammons has been calorie counting and she has lost 2 stone. So you don't have to join Team RH, but if you are on keto, I just like, it's worth it for me. I love watching Rich's videos. He's really, really sweary, which is not a problem for me. And he's just honest, and where I've watched the videos, I've took stuff in that I don't know, you know, like someone was saying that they've been dieting, they'd lost 9 pounds and then they've been good that week, and to put on 2 pounds, it's like, are you weighing yourself weekly? Yes. Well, tomorrow you might be £3 lighter, so you haven't really put that weight on. If you're only weighing yourself every day, your weight literally goes like that. So according to what day you do it, so Team RH is you weigh yourself daily and you take an average. I have got some Bluetooth scales. I literally jump on them, don't even look what it is, and then you can see it on my phone and you can see the chart where it's just going down and down and down. And then, Rachel from Rachel MK10, she has watched my cappuccino tofu, which is really high protein desserts, where you put, she put some chocolate powder, some cocoa, some sweetener, some vanilla and some coffee, and she's put, it was bloody gorgeous. The coffee brings out the chocolate flavour. Husband thought it was proper chocolate mousse. And then this is all more from that. Well, I've had some, there's someone else as well. The other side of my notes. Another lady, I was like, oh my God, you've joined Team RH. And she's like, how are you finding it? This is Slimming at Underworld Sam 68. Good, I lost £6 really quickly and then hovered around there for a while. Then the summer came and I took my foot off the gas but still maintained my loss. Since then I haven't been doing it properly, counting macros, but I'm still calorie counting roughly. So she's a carbon copy of me really, and still the weight has stayed off. That's a first for her. Mentally it's so much better. Doesn't feel like I'm on a diet and I can eat just what I want. I only really want to lose a stone. I've got another couple of pounds to go, but I'm in no rush, and I've just put exactly the same as me. And she's just put, I feel free for the first time in my adult life, and that's, I'm not saying my adult life because I was very skinny up until Gemma ruined my body, but that was 16 years ago. So since then I've not been, this is the first time I've been happy with how I look in clothes, yeah, not out of clothes. So I'm going to stick to that. Say I know it's going to get a really negative, but say I've watched the videos now and I just know so much. If you have a really salty meal and get on the scales the next day, your body holds on to all the water and you'll weigh really heavily. Even if you under your calories but you had a really salty meal, just go through it all. You know, drinking water is not going to make you lose weight, but it's got other benefits. So you track how much water you have. Just like loads of stuff. You know, when I look at the keto diet, when I look at any diet, it's just like calories in, calories out. If you're doing keto, you are cutting out a massive part of your diet, which is carbs. The chances are you are going to lose weight. And if you are eating just protein, mainly protein, and you're on it as a family, well, you're not going to afford to stick to that for much. That's, you know, if you're all eating 4 chicken breasts for dinner, your food bill is going to be massive, so you'll probably cut back just from that side of it probably. So, yeah, you know, the no carbs after 6, which is like absolute bollocks, you know. It is how many calories you're eating. Doesn't matter how you take them. When you eat them, you can eat, I could eat my 1,800 calories in one sitting if I want to, and that's what I tend to do. If I go out with Tracy in the evenings, I'll have my 300 calorie breakfast, which is 40 grams of oats, a load of frozen mangoes, frozen blueberries, some soya milk, and I'll have that about 11:30. And then I'll go out that evening and I'll just order whatever I want, because I think I have got 1,500 calories to play with. You know, if I did eat 2,000 calories, I would still maintain anyway. So yeah, it just means I can go out and relax and enjoy myself. So that is the end of this. I shall put a link up to Team RH. There's a 5% discount code if you do code Shazar. But say if you go onto Facebook and go onto Team RH Fitness, you can watch, I don't know if they're all the videos, but when you join up, you then get coaching. They work out your macros. On the private coaching group, they have workouts. You get a bit more, obviously, because if you didn't get any more, there'd be no bloody point joining with them. So yeah, don't watch the videos if you have got toddlers about, because they'll be effing and jeffing listening to Richie, because he's quite sweary, but I like him. He's to the point. You know, people watch videos and say, Richie, I can't do my steps because I've got I sit down all day. And he's like, I'll tell you what you can do. You can stop making mother effing excuses. Get off your arse. Instead of getting home and watching the telly, go for a walk for an hour, march on the spot, do something, you know. Sitting down all day is not 24/7. It's 8 hours every day. You've still got 16 hours to shift it a bit. Again, it's 1,800 calories a day, but it's the average over the week, so it doesn't encourage it to like have really low calories, because then you're likely to really badly binge. But you know, if I was going to have a bender at the weekend, I could just do 1,500 calories a day and then have a real good party night on a Saturday. So thank you for watching, and I shall be back in the week, and I shall try and do some videos for recipes.